the chef who turned leftovers into a gourmet empire. Imagine a world where no food is wasted and every leftover becomes a masterpiece. This is the story of Daniel Harper, a small-town chef from Kansas, who went from struggling to keep his tiny diner afloat to becoming a global icon for sustainability and gourmet dining. His journey started with a simple idea. What if leftovers could be reimagined into gourmet cuisine? Daniel wasn't always a celebrated chef. In fact, he was just an ordinary cook working in a roadside diner. Every day, he watched pounds of perfectly edible food being thrown away: bread crusts, vegetable peels, day-old pasta, and uneaten entrees. It pained him, not only because of the waste, but because he knew millions of people around the world went hungry every night. One day, while cleaning up after a slow lunch service, inspiration struck. He stared at the discarded scraps on the counter and thought, what if I could make something incredible out of this? That night, using leftover bread, some wilted herbs, and chicken bones from the day's service, Daniel crafted a savory bread pudding with a rich broth. When he shared it with the staff, they were amazed. "This is better than anything on the menu," his sous chef joked. Daniel didn't laugh. For the first time, he saw an opportunity. Encouraged by the idea, Daniel began experimenting. He transformed potato skins into crispy gourmet chips, wilted spinach into velvety soups, and even coffee grounds into decadent desserts. Each night, he posted his creations on social networks, labeling them Zero Waste Gourmet. At first, the videos gained modest attention, but then it happened, a viral breakthrough. One evening, Daniel recorded himself creating a gourmet lasagna using leftover pasta, bruised tomatoes, and ricotta nearing its expiration date. He filmed it with a dramatic voiceover. "What you're about to see isn't just food, it's a revolution. This is how we save the planet, one bite at a time." Within 48 hours, the video hit 2 million views. People flooded the comments. "This is genius. Why didn't I think of this? Chef Daniel, you're the hero we need." His follower count exploded overnight. Suddenly, Daniel wasn't just a small-town chef. He was a global sensation. The newfound fame brought new challenges. Orders for his recipes and requests for live demos came pouring in, but Daniel was still running a diner with a skeleton crew. Balancing the diner's operations while trying to meet the growing demand for his zero-waste philosophy was exhausting. He also faced criticism. Some people dismissed his ideas as too simple or not practical for everyone. But Daniel stayed focused on his mission. "I'm not just cooking," he said in one interview. "I'm proving that even the smallest change can make a big difference." Daniel's big break came when a food tech startup approached him with an idea. Why not create a subscription-based meal kit service featuring his zero-waste recipes? The kits would include pre-portioned ingredients that might otherwise go to waste: ugly vegetables, surplus grains, or dairy nearing expiration, but were still perfectly good to eat. Daniel named the service Revive Gourmet. Within 6 months, it became one of the fastest-growing meal kit companies in the U.S., shipping thousands of boxes every week. Customers loved the concept of cooking delicious meals while reducing food waste. To further spread his message, Daniel released a cookbook, Scraps to Splendor, which became a bestseller. He also started a nonprofit organization that partnered with restaurants to donate excess food to shelters and community kitchens. Within 5 years, Daniel's efforts had a measurable impact. His company had saved over 10 million pounds of food from being wasted, and his initiatives inspired thousands of restaurants to adopt zero-waste practices. Celebrities endorsed his cookbook, major publications featured his story, and he was invited to speak at global sustainability conferences. But Daniel never let the fame change him. He still spent time in the kitchen, creating new recipes from leftovers, and often visited schools to teach kids how to cook sustainably. Today, Daniel Harper is more than a chef. He's a movement. His journey from a small-town diner to the global stage proves that even the smallest ideas can spark massive change. In his words, every scrap has potential. It's not just about saving food, it's about rethinking what we value. If I can make a difference with leftovers, imagine what you can do. Daniel's story reminds us that innovation doesn't have to start with millions of dollars or high-tech solutions. Sometimes it starts with a simple idea, a lot of heart, and a plate of leftovers.